Hey guys, it's MTB Mechanics, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace a flat tire. Now, the only things that you're going to need are a tire lever or a flathead screwdriver, and if you have a certain type of wheel, you're going to need a wrench. I'll go over that in a second, but let's get to it. Okay, so as you guys can see, this tire is flat. It was just sitting out for a while, and it just got flat. So I'm going to show you how to take off the back tire and the front tire, depending which one is flat or both, and then I'll show you how to take out the old tube and put in the new one. So the first step, taking out the back tire, well, taking out the back tire, is you're going to take off this cap here, and you are going to place that to the side. Then what you're going to do, you're going to shift your bike into the lowest gear. So in this case, it would be 9 on this bike. But whatever it is, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever is the lowest gear, you're going to shift into that. And then your bike can have two kinds. It can have a quick release, which I'll show you here in a second, or it can have bolts. Okay, so this right here is a quick release. Basically, you just pull it, and you unscrew it, and the back tire is free, and then you disconnect the brakes and get it out. The other type is a bolt, which I'll show you in a sec, but I'm just going to show you with the quick release right now. So basically, you're going to unscrew it like this, and you're going to hold the other side of it. You're going to hold the other side of it, okay? So you're holding this side with the knob. You don't need to unscrew it all the way. I'm just going to for this tutorial, just to show you what a quick release looks like. Okay, so this is what a quick release looks like. Basically, just a thing that goes through the tire, or the hub, I should say, and connects to this knob thing at the other end. So you hold on to this, and then you'd unscrew this. There should be 2 springs. I lost the other spring for this, so there's only 1 spring. So once that is out, what you can do is you're gonna have you can pull out the back tire now. But as you can see, something's gonna stop it, and it's gonna be those brakes back there. So there's a bunch of different brakes out there. There's disc brakes, VBrakes, all types of brakes. This has VBrakes, so I'm just going to show you how to disconnect VBrakes real quick. Alright guys, so there's no tripod for this one. I'm just going to show you straight up how to disconnect it. So for these brakes, they're VBrakes. You're going to squeeze them together, and then you're going to pull this section out, okay? So basically, you squeeze them, and then the this like little noodle thing right here, you just pull it out. So I'll get a tripod over here and show you how to do that. Okay, so with the brakes, all you're really going to do is you're going to squeeze them together and then pull this little noodle section out. So you're going to squeeze and pull this out. Okay, that can be a little hard, so I'm going to show you a little tip that you can use to make it a little easier. So up at the top of your bike, there is a little adjustment knob for the rear brake. It'll be the one on the left if you have it flipped upside down. When it's right side up, it's your right hand. So basically, this is all now loose, but before you disconnect it, you can screw this little barrel all the way in, which will loosen the cable tension, making it easier to squeeze and pull out. Now, if this thing was screwed all the way in, then you know, it should be pretty easy already just to disconnect them. But if it's screwed all the way out, it's going to be very hard to disconnect them. So just try to screw this in. And then when you reconnect them, when you're done with all this, you can screw it back where it was, out or in, or whatever it was. Okay, so getting back to this tire, basically now what you have is you can pull it out. So the specific thing that you need to do with this is you're going to have to pull the end of the derailleur up like this. So the derailleur cage you're pulling up, and then you're pulling the tire out. Okay, and then it'll be kind of hooked like this. You just pull the chain off, and your tire is out. Okay, now for the front tire. This is already pumped up, and I already put the new tube in it, but just to show you how to take it out, the quick release, the same way. All you're going to do is pull this out. Okay, so once that's pulled out, that was a tough one to get, but anyways, once that's pulled out, you're going to unscrew it. You don't have to unscrew it all the way, which I won't this time. You'll disconnect the brakes, and you just pull it out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take out the back and front tires with the other type, which is the bolt and not the quick release. So here on this mini bike, as you can see, we have the bolt right there. So that bolt is pretty easy to take out. There's one on the other side too of the derailleur, with the derailleur on it. So basically all you're going to do is loosen one side and then loosen the other, and it'll come out. So I'm just going to show you how to do that right now. So you're going to need an adjustable wrench for this. It can be like any size. Just make sure it has a big handle, so if these bolts are screwed on tight, that you can get them out. Okay, so for this, you're just gonna place the adjustable wrench on there, adjust it to the right size, and loosen it up. Okay. Then you do that the same with the other side, and the back tire will come out. So that's the other type. That's the other type with the bolt and not the quick release. Pretty easy, you just unscrew it, and then when you want to put it back in, screw it back in. Just a little bit harder than the quick release. Okay, now for the tire. Now this tire, to take off, you have to take off the tire to get to the tube. So there's a couple ways. You can use a flathead screwdriver and tire lever, or you can just use a tire lever, or you can just use a flathead. I have a tire lever. If you don't have one, you know, it's a little bit harder, but you can still do it. You can put the tire lever in, and then just kind of go around with the screwdriver and try to get that lip. Okay? That's probably the easier way to do it. So you just go around the whole entire tire, and then just do that. Leave the tire lever in there, and just get the lip with your screwdriver. Okay, so as this goes on, it'll get easier and easier, so just do it around the whole tire. Okay, so now what you need to do, you need to stand up the tire, and then you can see the tube in here. So what you have to do is, certain types of tubes have a little screw here. It's a little bolt. I don't know if you can see that right there. But what you need to do is just take that off. Otherwise this tube is never going to come out. So this is a Presta tube. So, or Presta valve. So basically this will, different than a Schrader, which will not have one of these. Okay, so then what you do is you pull the tube out of the hole, and that part is sticking out now of the tire, as you can see there. Then all you're going to do is just, as you can see, go around and pull out the tube. Okay, so once your tube's out, sorry my camera kind of went off there for a second, I don't know what happened, but once your tube's out, what you're going to do, you're going to find the hole inside of your rim, right there, and you're going to put this thing back in it, and then lift up this back end of the tire, push the tube in. You can do that all around the tire. Okay, so when you're done with that, make sure there's a little air in the tube before you put it in, just enough so it makes its shape. Okay, so now when you're done, what you're going to do is you're going to push this thing out as much as you can. You're going to get your bolt and screw it in as much as you can. And then once that is in, you can just start putting the tire back in, all around it. Okay, so I'll come back when that's done. Actually, just a little tip for putting the tire back in, you take your thumbs and then you push out and under, so it's kind of like that motion. And then, which gets the tire under the rim and around the whole entire bike. Now these last few are really hard, so just make sure it snaps in kind of like that. And then now you're done. Now you put it back on the bike and pump it up. So I'm going to show you how to put this back on, and then I'm pretty sure you guys know how to pump it up, so I'm going to end the video there. But as you can see, once the tube is in, you're going to have more room to screw this in, so go ahead and do that. And we'll head to the back of the bike. Okay, so putting this back tire back inside the bike is the same thing. Remember, we left off on that low gear, so you're going to put the chain on the lowest gear, and then you're going to lift up the back derailleur, which will let it fall in. And as long as it falls into the right place back there on the right gear, you're good. All you have to do now is pump up your tires. thank you guys for watching my video on how to replace this back tire. All I have to do now is go ahead and pump that up, and everything should be okay. And just make sure that your gears shift after this. My next couple videos should be on how to adjust your derailleur, your front derailleur, your rear derailleur, and stuff like that. So stay tuned. If this video is kind of long, I'm sorry. I had to redo it a couple times since my camera died. But thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.